This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2024 Salem Cruise Lite Platinum Edition, model number 28 VBXL. So this is not a floor plan video, it's more of a how-to. I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So, you have the quick drop stabilizers all the way around. Power awning with LED strip, outside speakers. This is the vent for the range hood that's over your stove. Okay. You have a sprayer here, a water sprayer there. You have a TV signal out here with some power for a TV set if you wanted to. Set one outside. Now this is the fill for your fresh water tank. Now the most common way to get water to the trailer is the city water hookup, right? If you're camping someplace without city water, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank and then you use the onboard pump to pump the water. So even if there's no city water, you can still use all the plumbing. I'll show you where the water pump switch is when we get inside. Now this is just a small basic kitchenette outside. You have a refrigerator. That is your water sprayer right there with the quick connect. This is your griddle. The thing to remember is you have to plug this into the LP system. So you've got this side, this end of the quick connect LP hose right there. The other one hooks into the back of the other side hooks into the, or that side hooks into the back of the griddle. Then you're going to plug the other end into that quick connect right there. So you have to plug it in to use it. Okay. You're getting a hitch with this, so it's this is a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. Let's show you how that operates when you pick up. You have a crank down there, that's 3/4 inch crank. That mechanism there is your bed lift. You have a bed that you can put into different positions. That's just the mechanism for it. That small crank hanging right there, that's for your power tongue jack. In case it was to fail, if it did fail, you could pull this plug right here, put that crank on there, and you can crank it manually and get hitched and unhitched no matter what, so it's a good thing. Okay, so you have two LP tanks which are full. It has an automatic changeover regulator, deep cycle marine battery, power tongue jack, and this is the kill switch for your battery, so you can shut the battery off, disconnect it from the trailer if you want, just by turning that key. This is your dump hose, and this is a reducer to go from 30 to a 20 amp if you need to in an emergency. Okay? Alright. Moving on down. You have an on-demand water heater. I'll show you the controls inside, but you have on-demand hot water, so it'll just give you a steady flow, which is great for, especially for the shower. Your city water hookup is right here. This is a black tank flush here, so after you dump your black tank, which is toilet water and waste, that's the valve there, you dump it, leave the valve open, you can hook your hose at the dump station on here, turn it on, it'll spray out the inside of your black tank, clean off your sensor so you get a good accurate reading, that sort of thing. So if there's a working hose at the dump station, it's a really good thing to do. And of course that's your gray valve right there, sink and shower water. Cable and satellite through, and this is your cord. Now this is a 30-foot 30 amp cord. Okay, like I showed you, we give you a 20 amp just so you can plug it in at home. You can't really run the air conditionings off 20 amp, but you can do everything you need to, pack it up, whatever you need to do. Okay. Also, this is pre-wired for a backup camera. You can see the Furrion housing there. So it's got a hookup for an optional Lippert telescoping ladder. In case you want to purchase one, it's already got the hookup on it. So those are two options. Also, while we're looking up here, manufacturer says every 90 days you should inspect the roof, so make sure you take care of that. Make sure there's no damage up there, no damage to the roofing material or the roofing attachments. Just give it a look over. You can't see what's happening on the roof until you go up there and look. So make sure you have somebody check it out as part of your regular maintenance. That way you'll always know what's happening up there. Okay. The keys are hanging on the faucet. This is a dimmer switch here. You just rub your thumb over it like I just did. Got lights here. Okay, you have a solar panel on this, so this is your solar controller. So basically, it's telling us right now 13.9 volts in the system. Let it come around again. 13.9 volts, and we're gaining 4.7 amps from the sun and stored it into the battery. So it also tells you the amp hours, the temperature, everything you need to know about the 12 volt system and the solar panel. Okay. There is I believe there is an app for that also. Now this is a water heater here. Right now it's shut off at the water heater. Let me go turn it on just so I can. Normally it's on, but because this is winterized, where do I gotta go here? The other side. Because this is winterized, he shut it off. I'll just turn it on for now so you can see, I can give you a basic idea how it works. All they have to do is find it. Okay. So, let's see here. Right here. Okay. Let's see if that did it. I think it did. I didn't prep this trailer, so not that familiar with it. Okay, yes it did. So, basically it has a built-in sensor. If there's no water to be called, let's say there's the city water isn't hooked up, or let's say that there's no water in the fresh water tank and the water pump isn't turned on, it won't work. It won't heat up. It's a safety device. You have to have water. You have to be able to call water before it'll sense the water and function. So we turn it on right there. It's on Celsius right there. We'll put it to Fahrenheit. Okay, output temperature 110 or 15 is usually where they have it. But so you set it for the temperature, and all you do is turn on the hot water, and it'll call for it. And as long as it's available, the burner will kick on, and you'll get a non-stop flow of hot water. Okay. Remember, like I said, the reason it shut off, there's a fan in there. Like, I don't know if you saw the picture of the fan spinning when I first walked in here after I turned it on. So it'll run sometimes. If you're in storage, you'll hear the fan run for 30 seconds and shut off. If you shut the whole thing off, or if you shut it off with the switch outside, like you just saw me, the switch I just turned on, if you turn that switch off, then you won't have that calling for the fan and that sort of thing. So when you're in storage, you should definitely shut it off that way. Hopefully I made sense there. I'm confusing myself. All right, so your water pump is right here, right? That's used to pump water out of the fresh water tank. It's also used to winterize the trailer. You have a power awning here. Never leave the awning out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in. This is for your slide room here. I showed you the solar controller. Okay, so this is your sound bar here. This has FM radio, no AM for some reason, but it has FM. You have a Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly from your phone or your tablet. It has a USB drive, right? You also have an HDMI in if you need to go into the system with a portable Blu-ray player or something. You can do that. You have two speaker zones, 1 and 2. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. Okay. There's also should be. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, you have this remote for your sound, and then this remote here for your fireplace. So the fireplace works on 110 AC. You can see it right there, and you can see it says 00 low. I don't know if you can actually see that. high. That's the fan speed. So it's on high. It's really kicking out heat right now. It also has a timer, so you can set it to turn on and off when you want. You can change the color of the crystals, change the flame, and so there's a lot of features. It's a really good space heater. Okay. All right. I'll put these back in the drawer here where I got them. This is your packet with all your literature in it. And they give you a couple touch-up sticks too. Okay, so your microwave works like any other microwave. This is your range hood right here with a fan and a light. I told you showed you there's a vent out there. You can open the baffle in the vent if you're going to use this, so it vents to the outside. Your range, I don't know if he's got the gas turned on or not here. Let me see. Yeah, he does. So it's that simple. So you have the 3 burners right here, the knobs for the 3 burners. Then you have the sparker, which is on the left here. You turn it clockwise to spark it, and that's for the oven. So it's very simple. You also have lights here. Okay. The refrigerator is a 12-volt DC refrigerator, so it runs on 12 volt. Nice size refrigerator and freezer. Alrighty, let me look around here, see if I walk past anything I should be telling you about. I think we're good so far. So let me just walk into the bunk room here. I can show you. Oh, come on now. I guess we have to use the buttons on these, yes. Okay, so down here, this is your, this folds up first of all, so you know. This is your power converter. So what this does is it converts AC to DC power. So when you're plugged in, you have 110 AC at these circuit breakers, and they're all labeled right here, you can see. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC. Over here you got 12 volt fuses, and the and they're all labeled. So it converts AC to DC power. It's also a battery tender, so it'll always sense how much energy your battery up on the tongue has and needs, and it'll send as many, if you're plugged in, it'll send as many amps necessary to keep it charged, okay? When you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle will charge the battery, and the solar panel charges it as it can, depending on the conditions outside, okay? Alrighty. So, let's see what this is. This turns into another bunk here, plus you have the 2 on the side, so that's 3 bunks. Okay, yep. So, this is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green. If not, get it serviced. It's important, obviously. Your sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. The toilet, as in all trailer toilets, has a flush pedal. Well, they don't have a flush pedal, but it sits over a black tank. This one has a flush pedal. And basically, when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water, then you'll come in here, you put a dose of chemical in the bowl, and you'll step on the pedal, and water will come swirling out, and you step on it long enough to put at least a gallon of water in the tank below, at least a gallon, you can use more if you want, and the dose of chemical, and you're all set to use it. If you don't do that, that's using it dry, and if you don't do that, it'll get clogged up and the smell will be terrible, so keep that in mind. You always want chemical and water in it. GFCI here. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI. Also, you can turn this dinette into a bed. You pull the poles off and set the tabletop down onto these cleats here, right? And fill in the space with cushions, and you're all set. This here is a jackknife sofa. I believe, yes, a jackknife flat, so that's another bed. So you got 2 more beds out here. A lot of sleeping room for relatives and cousins and friends and whoever. Okay. Alrighty. So your bed, this is the switch for it here. I'm not going to go too far with it, but you can just see how it goes up and down. Okay. You also have a emergency exit right here. You can just pull this lever and slide this glass right over so you can exit in an emergency. TV hookups and a backer for a bracket, so you can put a bracket there and see it when you're laying down. Okay. Let me see if I forgot anything here. Let me look around. I think I covered everything. Let me just look here. Always travel with this shut. Okay. Alright. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Your thermostat. So it's a basic thermostat. On and off. You can pick the mode by going through it, picking the mode. I'm going to go back to off here. Off. And then you set the temperature by turning the knob up or down. Okay. All right. I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember to inspect your roof every 90 days or so. That's important to know what's happening on your roof. You can't see it from the ground, so somebody's got to go up there and look. Right now, this is winterized, so the water's been purged with antifreeze, so there's antifreeze in the system, no water, and you have an on-demand water heater, so you don't have to worry about the tank and all that sort of thing. So you're all set there. So, okay, thank you very much. When you come to pick up, you can watch your video, and if you have questions, you can talk to us about it. Okay, thank you.